Hey viewers, welcome to Women Crush Wednesday on Flip TV with Aduke Elizabeth. As you know, on this program, we pick women of integrity, industrious women, women of excellence and impact in the society, and we definitely crush on them. So today, with me, we're going to be crushing on Olufunmilola Aduke Iyanda. She's a journalist, a broadcaster, and a blogger. She has done so much in the society. She is the woman that hosts that favorite program, Good Morning Nigeria. For years and decades, she has really wowed the industry. Join me as a crush on Olufunmilola Aduke Iyanda. Olufunmilola Aduke Iyanda, born 27th July 1971, better known as Funmi Iyanda, is a Nigerian talk show host, broadcaster, journalist, and blogger. She produced and hosts a talk show, New Dawn with Funmi, which aired on the national network for over 8 years. Funmi is the CEO of Ignite Media. In 2011, Funmi Iyanda was honored for her web series by the World Economic Forum and was named one of Forbes' 20 youngest powerful women in Africa. Funmi Iyanda began her educational career at the African Church Princess Primary School, Akoka, and the Herbert Macaulay School in Lagos, Nigeria, for her primary education, and the International School Ibadan for her secondary education. She then went on to the University of Ibadan, where she graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in Geography. Funmi's journey into television began when she started producing and presenting Good Morning Nigeria, a breakfast magazine television show. The Heroes segment, which exalted the achievements of deserving members of society, and Street Life, which unlikely many shows at the time went out on the streets in search of compelling Nigerian human interest stories. The show focused on the injustice suffered by Nigerians, particularly the vulnerable members such as women and children. The show was syndicated on national TV. The first show she anchored was called MITV Live, produced by Segun Odegbami and Tunde Kilani. She also explored a deep passion for sports by entering the world of sports journalism. She worked on a documentary for the year 2006 African Cup of Nations, and she covered the 1999 Female Football World Cup, the All-African Games in Zimbabwe, as well as the 2014 Olympic Games in Sydney. New Dawn with Funmi started in 2000 and ran daily on NTA 10 Lagos. The success of the show made it the longest running independently produced show on NTA. Funmi has always written regular columns in Tempo magazine. On occasion, she still serves as a guest columnist for Farafina magazine. She has also written for PM News, The Punch, Daily Trust, and Vanguard newspapers. In 2010, after a 2-year break, she returned to the screen with Talk with Funmi, a TV show directed by Chris Dada. Talk with Funmi travels throughout Nigeria from state to state, capturing people and conversations around the country. In 2010, Funmi Iyanda completed production of My Country, Nigeria, a third-part documentary celebrating the 50th anniversary of the country's independence, which was aired on the BBC World Service. Lagos Stories, one of the episodes of the documentary, was subsequently nominated in the category for Best News Documentary at the 2011 Monte Carlo TV Festival in Monaco. In 2012, Funmi Iyanda and her creative partner Chris Dada released chopcassava.com, and web series documenting the January 2012 fuel scarcity protest that took place in Lagos, Nigeria. It could not be heard on Nigeria TV. The web series presented an inner view of the Lagos protest, in which people of all classes took to the streets to demand a reverse of the 117% increase in fuel prices, a reverse of the 117% increase in petrol prices. It was nominated in the non-fiction web series category at the 2012 Ban FF World Media Festival in Canada. Funmi is a member of the African Leadership Institute, Titu Fellow, and a participant of the Aspen Institute's Forum for Communication and Society. In 2012, she was honored by the Lagos State Governor, Babatunde Raji Fashola, for her commitment to gender advocacy as she returned from a 5-day UN advocacy trek up Mount Kilimanjaro. The climb was organized by the UN to raise global awareness on its campaign to end violence against women and girls, and brought together climbers from more than 32 African countries in a historical advocacy journeying up Mount Kilimanjaro. Funmi serves on the board of Farafina Trust and Positive Impact Youth Network. She participated at the Occupy Nigerian series of protests in January 2012. The protests were to resist the implementation of the government's fuel subsidy removal policy.
She is a full package, as you can see. She has done a lot and we've crushed on her. I believe someday we are going to crush on you too. But before we go, one of our quotes says, if you accept who you are and understand your role where you are, you might begin to find indigenous ways to solve your own problems. I remain Adewumi Elizabeth, and this is Women Crush Wednesday on Flip TV. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I love you. Bye-bye.